At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. Does it feel good? Finally, we are seeing green candles. The bull market is here. Everybody's bullish. And man, the bears, get the hell out of town. I don't know how you can be bearish right now. So much going on in the TitanX ecosystem. So much going on with legislation that's going to change the game and make it so much easier for that institutional money to flow on in. You know, legally, it's just a, you know, right now, just that gray spot, and they need clarity. That's going to bring so much liquidity to these markets. I can't wait. We front ran every narrative, and just looking at the bubbles, you know, what's been pumping the hardest? AI and gaming and real world assets. The three narratives we crushed spot on, and the shocker of them all is TitanX and all these altcoins in the ecosystem. I mean, I kind of remember being so bullish when I first read the white paper, talking to Chris, talking to Facing Reality, talking to all the boys, say, man, I can't find anything wrong with this. Like, this project is incredible. It's like if someone put a gun to my head and said, create a project tomorrow, what would you do? You know, I would have tried to do similar things to Jake, look around and see the most successful things from different projects around crypto. And man, does it feel good to be right. And it just shows you guys that when you're early to stuff, it's uncomfortable. You know, that's the narrative around here, where we get into stuff, we find these things early, we find these great projects that are building, that are under tons of NDAs that you're not going to just go out and publicly hear about, but that's where the opportunity is. You know, in the future, when Ripple's stock is out and all you guys that aren't accredited investors were able to get in and buy shares, man, it's just going to feel so good to just say, yeah, we were right. We knew this was coming and we deserve this shit. I think it's going to help a lot of you that I hear people feel guilty sometimes after they make money. It's like, I made all this, and all these people that I know, they deserve it so much more than me. But you know what? You can't think that way. That's how life is. You know, it sucks. Some people they get dealt a tough hand, and others are given everything and just screw it up. But we're here now, and just to see and just be here knowing, when you can't even talk to like your friends and stuff, when you're so convinced on the future, where this is going, this space, DeFi, you know, just us being our own banks, karate combat, potentially being as big as the UFC someday, all these different streaming services. And then we're going to be called lucky. But no, we weren't. We were here putting our, you know, hard work, our effort, our time into this. And it's not easy when you can't, you know. Shout out to my boy Oscar. You know, he tells me all the time, he's like, you know what, it's just so good to be able to talk to someone like you, because I go to work every day and these people are lost in space. They have no clue what's coming. They don't care about crypto. And it gets frustrating. And I think you start to even second guess everything. Like, man, I look around and nobody knows this is coming. And I'm so convinced that Ripple's going to start to take over, and Stellar, and just Richard Hart. Even when I was back home last weekend, a couple people were like, Adam, man, I saw this stuff with Richard Hart and it doesn't look good. You know, how's Hex? And it's like, Hex and his ecosystem is more bullish than it's ever been. all the stuff that's launching, that stable coin, if it works, if we can just get one algorithmic stable coin, even if it's PUSD or liquid loans, I don't even care, just to have it on our chain, something to brag about, something, because when people realize that Circle and Tether and when Ripple stablecoin comes out, they're not decentralized. They can shut, if you go and you put up the wrong tweet, or you don't, whatever, follow the right person, or you don't have the right political views, they can basically just shut down the keys to those coins and into your wallet. So your wallet, or no, I think they block your wallet basically, so you can't interact. It's like you bought a honeypot, but your stable coins are now a honeypot because you put up a bad tweet, or you, I don't even know, you liked a comment. It's getting so crazy now. But that's where also too the blockchain, and it just makes me wonder, like, Facebook, in 16 or 18 years since I've been on it, there hasn't been one person that's came up with an app where you can just talk anonymously and no one else can like track it. Like, that just seems so easy. So I feel like the apps that hit the mainstream, you have to play ball with the government and the CIA. And it's so obvious. Mark Zuckerberg, all the pressure he gets, Elon Musk trying to fight that stuff. So this decentralized stuff, it really does scare a lot of people, the powers that be. But it's inevitably where this is all going. You can't stop it. The cat is out of the bag right now. Everything is going on chain. I think too, with this election, there's going to be so much accusations of fraud and manipulation and rah, rah, rah. But if we all have our digital IDs and we vote on the blockchain, you can't have illegals and immigrants and people voting 3 times, they're dead cat voting, mail-in ballot, this, that. It doesn't work. So I think the blockchain ultimately solves all these problems, but they can't do it all at once. You can't, unleash all this change and uproot so many powers that be at one time. It's a slow process, but I think we're inevitably there. Like with Twitter and information spreading so fast, you just can't stop certain things. And crypto's going mainstream. Like just think, guys, in like a year or two, when every single stock is tokenized on the blockchain, when real estate is tokenized on the blockchain. So, you go and I don't know, you're a degen in some online casino and you win a couple $1,000s and you're like, oh, what am I going to do with this? Oh, I know. I'm going to buy into some rental property in Tahiti, or I'm going to buy an office building part of an office building in Manhattan. Like, that's what's going to bring a ton of value to crypto. That's going to that's what is going to make XRP explode, XLM, even Hedera. I think that's going to be where all these real world assets end up going. I just don't see ETH being the solution. I mean, look how many L2s there are. If ETH was that good, like with Hedera, look at how fast Hedera is. Look at how fast Stellar is. How come there's no L2s on Stellar or L2s off of Hedera that are cheaper fees or fat? Like it's not there, because those are the answers. And I know it. I know it. Bitcoin, guys, is the ultimate, the duper's delight. I'm going to start calling it. What's the upside from here? If it goes to 120,000, I'd be shocked. I don't think it's going past 100. My gut. When the whole world's saying it's going to 200,000 or 250, it's a store of value. Okay, what happens when it's not number 1 anymore? So every single crypto, when I go to the top 100, has at least a use case or is trying to do something. Binance, whatever, an L1, you can build on it. Great. Solana, you run your scams there. Great. XRP, chosen one. Doge, whatever, meme coin, Toncoin, part of Telegram, Tron. There's a lot of stable coins on there. So there's a lot of use cases for all these. So what happens when Bitcoin, digital gold, is now number 3 or number 4, and it's just chilling there? Is it going to be digital gold anymore? Are people going to be freaking out about Bitcoin? I just don't see it happening. So the second Bitcoin gets flipped, it's on its way down to the bottom. It goes down to gold. I think it trades with gold at $4,000 or $5,000. Perfect. Your digital gold can trade for gold. And now I'm happy. But man, guys, the bull market is here. And how good does this feel right now? Let's see what's up with the portfolio here. It's a little different than the bubbles. What's up in the last week? What's the biggest winner? BioFi. There we go. Haven't brought that one up in a while. But that's I kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you. They were on Avalanche, I think, and then they migrated to Binance, I believe. So I got an airdrop over there, but this thing is super bullish. If they pull off what they're trying to do with their cell phones, especially with like the Solana's new phone coming out, man, Spectra, my number one AI play for the near term. Cubic is my number one AI play for the long term, for like 2 to 3 years, because Cubic has to take time and develop. It has to get on exchanges. Like, we got in early. Just look at yourself like you're a seed investor, and don't say, oh, well, if I buy Cubic now and it only goes up 2x, but this coin goes up 6x, then don't buy Cubic. You buy Cubic and XRP when you have all your bags packed and you have everything is straight in order and you have more cash coming in. Next week you'll make your whatever extra $500 you have to spend or $200 to spend. That's when you add and start buying, your Cubic and your core. It's tough. If you don't have that much money, you have to put them in the right assets for this cycle. You have to hit on these gems. If your coin, if you don't have a handful of coins right now that are up 45, 50%, I mean, I would say in this portfolio, majority of these coins are up more, but some of them I've had forever. Casper, like, I wouldn't be holding these. Foxy was the airdrop. Velo, that can't be right. It's only up 8%. I feel like it's up way more than that, but whatever. Sologenic, like, that's another one that's just going to explode. Sologenic is just going to go from 8 to 10 cents all the way to $3 super fast. Same thing with Corium. I get near XNA. That's kind of a dud, but whatever. Croak, let's go. Polytrade, another gem. All right, let's go to the top too. But it's all AI and real world assets. And that meme in there. And some gaming. And Tune FM. There we go. That's the H-bar gem on for music. Mr. Miggles. Bill on Base loves Miggles. Myra, I added to that bag. Super bullish on them. Velodrome, I'm swapping all my OP Zen or all my Zen FTs that I mint. Each one is worth a lot now. So I've already doubled my bag of Velodrome. I had 1,000. See, last time I had 1,694. I'm at like 2,100 right now. So I haven't updated this right here, but literally 69.4% of this is from Zen FTs. And think about how long we did those. We forgot about them. And that's how you got to build for the future. Crypto is a long-term game. It's an 8-year retirement plan. These NFTs, we minted them last summer, or we started creating them last year. And mine go all the way out up until midsummer next year on all these chains. And people are going to be jealous of them and say, oh, how did you do that? How did you know? You have to just be here and do stuff against the herd and being here early. We got Metis at like $9. I've been selling it because when I wanted to add to another bag or something, I had 50 Metis and I sold a couple at 100, a couple at 80. And then the last like 5 I sold at 40 something dollars. But I put them into coins that were hyper suppressed. I don't remember which ones, but I bought more Veracity. Like, that's what you got to do at the bottom. Veracity here, I added these 68,000 coins for like $140. It was so cheap. I got them at like 0.022 or whatever. And that's it. You got to just hold, go against the crowd. And these things are going to start ripping. Let's check out the altcoins over here on Pulse Chain. Whoa. I'm not trying to zoom there. Whoa. Hydra. Damn, it just dipped back down. Son of a biscuit. Oh, well. That's all right. I did a couple miners. They're wrecked to short terms. Oh shit, my bad. There we go. Yeah, bro. I don't know what it is. My computer just keeps resetting. I don't know what the deal is. Is that on now? Should be better. Hold on a second. Yeah, we should be good to go. All right. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Rudy there for Legend X. I overpaid for my NFT, but I don't care. I was supporting them. And I looked the other day and they're worth like 600 million now. So I'm only down a couple 100 million Titan X, but that's all right. I don't care. It is what it is. I have some extra ETH that I'm going to swap into more Titan X. My graphics card is getting too hot. Well, you think I turned this computer on like an hour ago. Like it really hasn't been running that long. I set the stream up a couple hours ago and honestly didn't even have my computer on. We were watching a movie. It was a movie called I forget the name of it. Lindsay was watching. It was with Richard Gere, and he was like a hedge fund manager, and he was about to lose his company. He was committing fraud. And it was just about like the life of a total narcissist billionaire. It was really funny. Check the bro. All I got is a MacBook. All I have is a MacBook Air. Or MacBook, yeah, MacBook Air. It's just a little MacBook. I don't even have like a desktop or anything. I mean, I don't even know where the fan is, to be honest with you, in this little thing. I wouldn't even know how to open this shit up, bro, to be honest with you. I am the least tech savvy with this shit. I just don't install new stuff, and I like don't use more than the 20 websites that I use every day. So this computer is like 5 years old, but it runs better than Lindsay's new one because she's got so many apps on hers. I don't know. How do I think? Let me get my goofy ass off here. How do I think Hydra's going to play out? Let's say TitanX keep pumping. It should lift up with it. Yeah, it should, bro. But so we need to look at is the amount of miners, because it's no longer profitable to do short-term miners. So if people are only doing longer term, then there's going to be very little that comes out. So if it's no longer profitable, so let's see. Hydra length 88. So what about a 1 day? Minus 84%. 2 day. All right. So yeah, you gotta do all right, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days profitable. All right. So only a 7-day mine's profitable right now. So that's really good. That means people aren't doing short-term mines, they're doing longer term ones. So that means there's going to be less inflation short term. That gives it time to kind of catch up. But it's going to be the same. I would say it's going to be the same thing as Titan X, except sped up. So we'll go to Titan X. All right, let me get Hydra up here where it belongs. Let's look at it against actually Titan X. There we go. But yeah, it's gonna go up and down against it. But see how Titan X kind of did good at first, and then short-term miners became extremely profitable, and people did a ton of them. And then the supply it killed the price. And then the longer-term miners came out. It was a bear market or whatever. But day 280 is where I thought we were gonna really right here. Or was it was around August 4th. I thought we were gonna come down over and make a new low, but we didn't. So what this chart did in 11 months, I think you could take this and condense it in half. Or no, well, no, actually they're 3-month miners. Oh shit. So they're only a third. So yeah, we might see this. It'll probably, I'm guessing it's gonna be like 30 to 60 days where Hydra is gonna kind of chop sideways or go down, especially against Titan X. But once day 88 picks up and then that vortex, like holy shit. But I don't know, but I think it's gonna just Dragon X is gonna start ripping. And I swap more Titan X into Dragon X last week. So up until day 369, like even baby Dragon X, like how's that doing? I kind of want to get out of that bag. That's the one I've been holding on to. Like, man, what is going on? Because it had that one nice pump but then it kind of is getting wrecked now. So look at that. Like, we had the huge run up last month, and then it's been a month of going down, but I want to say it's going to happen again. I think we're going to get another big pump, and that's when I'm probably going to get back into Dragon X, because I don't want to just lose Dragon X on this. But even though I bought it with ETH, the baby Dragon X, like, just holding Dragon X would do better. But it's all right. Inferno is crushing. Like, absolutely in beast mode right here. And we got into this one early. Shout out to Chris. He called it. And yeah, I got into that one in mid-August, and it's up like 2.5 or 3x. I think I put a billion TitanX, and it's worth like almost 3 now. So that's how you can play these ratios and understand that you don't have to really take risks. You identify, okay, I like TitanX, I like Dragon X, and I like Jake X, or I like Inferno, or I like Hydra. And then you play the ratios against them. It's the same thing we did with Pulse and Pulse X, and we crushed that. I remember swapping 100 million Pulse for 378 million Pulse X. And I swapped back 190 million. So I profited almost 188 million Pulse X just by playing the ratio. And it's the same thing in this ecosystem, guys. So you don't have to take risks and do stupid things. You can be a degen and buy these leverage plays. That's the smart thing to do. Don't go chasing stupid meme coins. If you want to get the best meme coin on each ecosystem, perfect. You got a plan. That's what you want to do. I love it. But to just be day trading meme coins, when Gugod came out today and said that he's got to take the degenerate out of his name, I dropped my phone. I never thought I'd see the day, but it's true. It happened. And once you see the light and the stress in like constantly day trading meme coins, when you can just hodl the gems and just know it's a matter of time. And it's a good thing too, because it motivates you to go make money outside crypto. You don't want to be relying on crypto at the bottom of the bear market. So it's a great way of being like, all right, I'm going to sacrifice for the short term and go figure something else out to get more money to buy next week, instead of just sitting here saying, all right, my crypto is good. It's going to do this. So you got to constantly be thinking 3-4 steps ahead. Be like Richard Hart. Be like Goat Hart. Omakami, that got fudded hard today. I lost $300 on this thing, on this last dip right here. But you know what? This is when to buy. I almost wanted to sell up here at 7 cents. I was like, damn, this is almost $700. I got in at 3.5 cents way back here. I wrote it down. I've been getting wrecked. Finally up in profit, and now gave it all back. So I'm actually down again. And it sucks. But that's the meme coins. And sure enough, Degen Protocol, where we left and migrated over to base, is now is breaking out. And this thing pumps hard when it does. And we pretty much all got out of it and migrated over to base. And wrecked. Oh, well. Sorry, guys. Spectra, keep an eye on this one. AI is so hot right now. I told you guys about this at 60 cents. It's at a $23 million market cap right now. And this thing's about to crush, guys. Look at this chart. It doesn't get better than this. Thing is about to rocket. This thing easily can get to 250 million. I think it's going to go higher. I think AI is going to go absolutely ballistic. I think we haven't even seen anything yet. Even these PRC 20s, gaming, holy shit, guys, super bullish. Bitcoin dominance too. It's done. I don't see it. We're going to have little spikes where it goes up. But for the most part, I think we are trending down. I was watching Chris's stream earlier. I think there was a spinning triple top, double doggy death emoji, which basically means the top is in. So look out, alts. But we're going to have those little runs when Bitcoin makes its new all-time high. But guys, I don't think it's going past 85, 90K. I don't think it's going to get that high this year. I hope I'm wrong, but I think there's something brewing. And speaking of something brewing, guys, it's funny how this sinks in life. Right as I was about to pull up this tab, Rags is in here, Facing Reality is in here. The Matrix is coming on top of TitanX. No one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. Come follow Morpheus Win on Twitter and join the Telegram. There's going to be, I guess, a white paper that's coming out in the next day or so. And the more projects built on TitanX, the better. More that's burnt. And it's awesome to see projects like Volt and Flux and these new projects that are just advancing and one-upping the stuff that's came before. It's not even, I don't want to say that because that sounds like it's a bad thing, but it's the evolution and you learn. Inferno did awesome. Steve thought, okay, what can I do to make this a little bit better? All right, let's speed up the mining period, cut that in half, and let's have the auctions coming after. So there's constant buy pressure coming into this token. So much game theory. And this is what you love to see. This is what I envisioned when Jake was here, and he seemed completely authentic last summer when he was talking about his vision, what he wanted to build. You know, all the projects come built on top of it, having a place for that, incentivizing them. And look at a year later. Look at how many people are in this ecosystem. It's all positive right now, too. I don't see people fighting each other. I don't see people yelling and screaming. Everyone's supportive. And it reminds me of Hex when we started pumping. You know, early when I was doing the adoption amplifier, when I was trying to shill it to people, everyone wanted to just call me a scammer. As soon as it was really funny. And that's what made me even more bullish, because no matter every coin I'd shilled up to that point, everyone was like, okay, no problem. I'll get it. I'll look into it. Hex, it was like I was stealing your crypto or so. It was crazy. But the community that came when we went to that first conference in June of 2021 out in Vegas, I think there's like 70 or 80 people. And we had a blast out there. It was like, man, this community is real. We were all out here, even though it was 80 people, no one got arrested, no problems, no fights, no drama. And that was in Las Vegas. So this is where, you know, I just see so much similarity. And I know a lot of you OG Hexagons are in TitanX. You just don't want to say anything, but that's all right. I have no problem with that. It's no one else's business. Honestly, if you don't want to be public about something, it's no one else's business. But you look on the blockchain, you kind of look into the wallets of some of the holders, and there's a lot of overlapping with the Hex Richard Hart community and a lot of the Zen community too. And I love my Zen. I got my Zen FTs that are printing. I got my moon bag just in case, ready for X1. And we'll see what happens. Like, you never know, guys. The projects that, like right now, I can say, oh my God, like Cubic is the one that I'm the most bullish on in the next couple of years for AI. And I'm super bullish on Ripple's stock. And I'm super bullish on, you know, that coin. But nobody knows how this is going to play out. You have to have a backup plan. You have to diversify, have a plan B and a C and a D. And that's where we have it. We have our Hex stakes. I just made one the other day. We talked about it on stream. I had 50,000 Hex on Pulse Chain. And I said, all right, what's that going to give me? Oh, 4 T shares for 4,000 days. All right, now let me see. What if I swap this for eHex and bridge it over, and I stake 150,000 eHex for 4,000 days? Whoa, it gave me 12 T shares. So there you go. I just got 3 times the amount of T shares right there. So a little bit of alpha for you. If you're going to make a Hex stake, just do it on ETH. Seriously, it's super cheap right now. It cost me like $3 to do. And the stakes that I've been ending have been cheap as hell too. So they're going to fix the gas, I think. I don't think it's ever going to be an issue for more than another couple months. But guys, this is how you diversify and plan for your future. You know, the stuff that, oh, that's what I was going to say. I kind of slipped my mind. the project that you're the most bullish on, like right now, and I love Cubic, I love Ripple, I love this, I love that. The ones that I'm not talking about, that I kind of forget about, that just kind of fly under the radar, like H Suite or Jasmy or Polytrade or Karate Combat. Those are going to be one of the ones that comes and does the best out of your whole portfolio. The coins that you think are going to do the best are literally going to be middle of the pack, and it's the ones that you were kind of worried about, you were skeptical about, that seem to do the best. It's really funny. It's almost 2 cycles now that I've seen that happen. But we're in the right spot. So guys, this is gonna be a new project coming on TitanX. Community ran, community driven, I think, but it's brand new. And this is the exciting times when you can come in, find stuff early, and the hidden gems that are going to be there. Like Volt, I think, is a gem too. Steve is awesome. He learned from Inferno and I think made it better. And Morpheus, I don't know what the plan is or what they're going to do, but I imagine it's going to be some kind of a tweak on, maybe Dragon X or Jake X or, who knows, but you see all these different projects that have launched and you learn from them. What's been successful? What do people like about them? And things evolve. And that's, guys, how you break the matrix. Everyone supports each other. Everyone retweets each other and builds projects that are supporting and align with like the goals of Jake and what he wants to do with burning TitanX and creating a bunch of different liquidity pools. And we saw what Sunny has done on Pulse Chain with the Tropa, what the 414 has done. And imagine if the TitanX ecosystem got crazy popular and someone says, oh, you know what? I'm going to try to bring the Atropa principles over here to this ecosystem and just create some coin with a shitload of liquidity and just bond it up with everything. I'm just, moon boy thinking right now, but the matrix, we're going to break it. Come follow Morpheus Win on Twitter for sure. And the Telegram, t.me/Morpheus Win. Jump in there. I'm in there. I'm trying to see what the deal is. And I want to be in day one to as many of these projects as possible. You can't do everything, guys, but if they have utility, if they have a good team, a good history, why not support that stuff versus random stuff that's shilled on Twitter or wherever you guys find your degenerate coins? And the Titan Party, too. Come follow, give this a follow. This is Steve from Volt and myself. We are going to be the founders of it. And I saw how awesome Maddie has put on conferences for the Hex and Pulse Chain community. We put on the Albany 5555 tour stop. It went great. So I've been around. I've been, we ran a Facing Reality, and myself and some others had a Discord server last cycle, and we did some meetups. So I was the one that, got the places, coordinated everything. So it's something that I'm used to. So I just think there's so many awesome people in the TitanX ecosystem. What if we could bring a coin that had some kind of utility of uniting people? So what Steve is doing is coming up with a contract. He's the developer and working with Inferno, with Volt, with Blaze. So he's in with that crew. So he knows the devs, knows people that I don't. So what a better person, there couldn't be a better person, I think, to work with for something like this, where he knows the tech side and he's big in the TitanX ecosystem. We've been in the ecosystem day one, but I want to bridge this and like bring people together, like with the Pulse Chain community and the TitanX community. Like I learned so much from Maddie. Like I would love to do a conference. Imagine a TitanX conference where, I think how it's going to be is if you mine the party coin, 20% goes into a vault that goes to getting our or getting a party place, renting an Airbnb. I'm not sure exactly how it would work yet, But if you hold the coin or a certain amount, you're invited. I'm not. We don't know exactly how it's going to work yet. I mean, this thing is days old, but I just know that I could put an awesome. If I had to, I could put a conference together, and I'm sure people would pay their own way to get there and stuff if we made it worthwhile. We got some good people there that were speaking. We rented out like a bar or something. Like, I'm just thinking off the top of my head right now, but if Maddie could do it in the Hex community, I went to all of the meetups. I went to 3 parties. Sorry, I went to all the meetups that we could. I want to say that because they're all over the country. But I know I could almost do as good of a job after a couple tries. So this is going to be it right here, guys. The Titan party, it's coming. And imagine if we got people to even if we raised like $5,000-$10,000, like it's all going to be, there's going to be a DAO that votes it. So top token holders are going to be able to say yes or no. So when I propose like a budget, it's not like, all right, guys, the party's going to be from 2 to 6, and you have to come and buy your own drinks. We're just providing the atmosphere, but I'm flying there on a private jet and staying in the penthouse suite the whole time. Like, I'm not all about that. Like, I'm all about giving as much value as possible and being as transparent as possible. So having like that wallet that is the DAO funds, and then when they're ready to be used, we have to get an approval from the DAO. So that's a way that I think it ensures that we're not, just partying for ourselves. But I would love to like get 20 grand or something in a wallet and be able to rent a conference room or rent, like, honestly, I would love to just rent like yeah, I don't even know, a huge ranch or conference room or something like that where we could have a conference like for 5 hours with a bunch of different speakers. Everyone comes and meets each other, and then have like a resort or somewhere where everyone could rent rooms or something to stay. I'm not sure how it would work, but that's what the Telegram is for, and that's what just brainstorming as a community can get it. And I just saw how awesome the conferences were that Maddie put on, how well ran they were, and people appreciated it. And people will like try to help out in little ways that they can to make sure it goes well. So I would just love to do that. And maybe do like a UK one, a United States one, or something like that, and go rent. I don't even know. Like, I'm open to anything, but yeah, guys, it's gonna be awesome. So definitely follow the TitanX party on Twitter, and the Telegram is also here too. I don't know why it's not on the Twitter page, but I gotta put that link on there. It's gonna be awesome, guys. Awesome time ahead. And ETH ETFs are gaining traction with 13 billion in trading volume, but ETH price impact remains subdued. Huh. I wonder why. Blame it on interest rates, whatever. All behind the scenes, guys. They know what's going on. Money is going to move. This first 50-point cut was priced in 100%. And these guys are going to start front row. The next rate cut, they're going to know when that is, even if it's an emergency cut, whatever. And that money is going to flow out of the money markets. And I think my tinfoil hat says it's going to go right to risk on. Everyone's waiting for the Russell to pump, That's the signal that it's go time. This is a different market now. Crypto is pretty much going to be legal. You can hold it with qualified custodians now. Stable coins are popping. I think people are going to go riskier. People are more desperate now. They're going to just skip the Russell and go straight into crypto. And we are going to see the pump of all pumps this fall. I really think it. And I know it. ETH's even outperforming Bitcoin, guys, after the Fed rate cut, signaling bullish market sentiment. Oh my God. We finally have ETH outperforming Bitcoin, guys. So there we go. This is what we needed. I mean, it's a joke. We all knew that, but ETH has got to break out of this never-ending downtrend against Bitcoin. And when it does, holy shit, guys, our alts are going to go ballistic. Coinbase and the SEC present their case to appeals court and petition for rulemaking case. Coinbase's team told a 3-judge panel Monday that the SEC had failed to provide a path for actors in the digital asset space. Did we not know this already? Is this news to anybody? But you know what? They got to play the game. They got to put the show on and make it look a certain way, and everything is all going to work out. Ripple is going to be the savior for crypto. Coinbase is going to be that custodian and the exchange, because Bitstamp, I don't know why, but they cut service to New York. I've been using Bitstamp since 2019, 2020. Always worked. Never had a problem with it. Literally maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, they cut it off. No more buying and selling. And it was right around the time when the rumors came out, and then footage of one of the employees talking about how Bitstamp is working with Ripple on their new derivatives exchange, and they don't even care about the crypto retail exchange. So that tells me if Ripple is working with Bitstamp behind the scenes for the derivatives market, I think somehow that market is going to be settled on chain on the XRP ledger. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm smoking that hopium. I don't know. That's just what I think is going to happen. I think the market is going to shift massively as soon as we get legislation in the next 2 months for stablecoins. Oh, why does it get that again? Sorry, I was trying to find the tokenization article. Oh, well, I can't find it. Oh, here we go. DTC. This was a DTCC's tokenization pilot finds significant improvements to liquidity and collateral optimization. No way. The DTCC's latest blockchain pilot fund. I guarantee, I haven't even read this, but I guarantee you they're working with Stellar. Has announced their pilot. 4 investors, 4 banks, 2 central counterparties, and 3 custodians participated. Who were they, though? Oh, they're not even going to tell us who they were. They've been experimenting with the blockchain since 2020 when it launched a project called Project Ion. Yeah, look at this, though. The DTCC is responsible for clearing several hundreds of trillions of dollars annually. This is massive. And this is what is going to shoot the value of XRP to the firmament. As soon as they get the stock market, derivatives, securities, tokenization, that's what's going to change. That's what's going to send the price up. And I'm a long-term believer. You know, I'm going to hold through the FUD. I don't care. You know, I think that the upside, the potential risk, it's too risky not holding a little bag of XRP just as a hedge. Here we go. We got our little dip going into Tuesday. But I don't think that after hours, I think this is when all the institutions, they all magically settle like after hours. It's such bullshit. They drive the prices down at night, and then back in the morning, what do you know? Right back. That arbitrage game, you gotta love it. So guys, yeah, Velo's about to take off. They're about to launch. Stronghold, they're gonna be household names. Creo has got the gaming and AI narrative going behind it. Spectra AI gem under $25 million market cap. Like, where else are you gonna where else are you gonna get gems like this? Everyone's talking about Pal AI and BitTensor. Yeah, Tao's great, but guys, we missed it. I thought I was late at $65. I should have bought it then, but I didn't. And I'm not buying in now at 500 or even over 300 was too much. And maybe around 200 or 250, you could justify it. But even then, like at the same time, if you just bought Spectra, it's pretty much done the same thing as Tau. But the upside to this, I mean, what Spectra is, it's a Telegram chatbot, like an AI bot. And Telegram's super popular right now. So it's all about narratives, guys. And I learned a really expensive lesson last cycle that the best utility in the world doesn't mean shit unless they know the right people. It's all about who you know in this world. And I thought for sure the switch was going to get flipped and utility was going to matter. Nope. Axie Infinity went to the freaking moon. NFTs that are useless went to the freaking moon. No, to the firmament. Why do I gotta stop saying that? Man, I'm programmed. Gotta stop. But yeah, guys, one exciting time. And when you just search TitanX too on Twitter, I mean, it's just nonstop. So much bullish tweeting. And it's not there's no FUD. Look at that. That's beautiful. Legend deck. Oh yeah, Jake X pumping hard too. Yep. I took profits on Jake X and sold it and put it back into Inferno. Was that a mistake or not? I don't know. I don't want to hold. I got Dragon X and Titan X, decent bags of them. And then I got Inferno, which I love. I did my Hydra miners. I got one Hyper miner. And then I'm holding my Legend X NFT. A tiny bit liquid. Shout out Mello. Sent over a super chat in the form of Legend X. So I'm holding those and the NFT. And then Baby Dragon X. I'm waiting for the next pump. And then that's it. And then that's it. All right, guys. I'm out of here. So shit, so I've been 45 minutes. Time flies when you're given beta. You saw PDI and PUSC about the same price. Yeah, bro, they're all PDI, PUSC, and PUSDT. They all should be about the same price. I think there's some kind of mechanism in there that keeps them all pegged together, or that's the goal of it, I believe. I'm not too sure. Yeah, you know. Albany was, yeah, it was. We had Allie Kane on the show today. Oh, hell yeah, I'll check that out. That dude's funny as hell. That dad accent, you know it. Hey, over here, got the, I can't even do it. It was so funny looking at it. Laddie, you know, it's a good pump we had. They're funny. Dragon X is already deflationary. Let's go. So, guys, my contacts are so blurry right now. I can't see anything. From staring at the screens, not blinking enough. Fucking blind as shit right now. December 2024, Jake's ecosystem will melt faces. Before then, bro. I think it's going to be by October 28th. There's an LP pool, Jake X with Legend X, just as them both to the pool get fees. Dragon X hit 20. Let's go, bro. So I took one of my miners and swapped it for Titan X on day 280, or to Dragon X day 280. So holy shit. But I did swap a little bit back when it hit like 6x because I'm a pussy. And I was like, oh, I can't lose this. I got to get my initial back out of. No, I'm so stupid. So is Jake Star. Bro, does Jake speak at 1.75x or is it just me? Because I cannot understand him. He's the only person I have to put at like 1.25. Oh, it was so bullish, it was so bullish. Yeah. I don't know what that accent is or how to even do it. But it's very, it's so bullish. Jake, razor sharp now. Carry a bottle of lube for the eyes. Yeah. I usually do, but I don't have it with me. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm just rambling now. 83, you in here. I want to see you guys go follow Morpheus Win on Twitter. Go jump into Telegram and then follow the Titan Party. There'll be much more coming in the next week. The white paper is being drafted. Devs are being talked to. It's going to be an awesome project. Go follow the TitanX Party and jump into in the Twitter or Telegram too, because it's going to be awesome, guys. I promise you. I ain't going to let you down. If I do a meetup or a conference, it's going to be legendary. I learned a lot from Maddie. I saw how to do it, how to make things, flow. and run smoothly. And I think I could replicate it. Obviously I would do it way smaller to begin with, but that's all right. The community, I think, is going to need a party or a conference and get us on the map. Maybe do a live streams from there. And oh man, it'd be awesome time. So smash that like button. I'll be back tomorrow.